What's up guys, I hope you had a good trading week. Welcome back to another video on a day in my life as a trader. I would have uploaded this video on Friday, but I was very busy. I could not record the video. So today Saturday, I'm just going to be sharing with you guys how I'm going to spend this day, and I'm expecting one of my friend who is also a trader, and a very small number of you guys on this channel must have heard me talked about him in some of my video, or you must have even seen him in this channel. So stay to the very end and you are going to just learn and enjoy this video. For how I traded for the week on Saturday. So I actually had this first trade on Nasdaq. This week I focused solely on Nasdaq. I was just trading Nasdaq. I didn't actually analyze BTC because I just wanted to focus on Nasdaq. So the first analysis I had for the day was this one from the 5-minute time frame. For the 5-minute time frame. So we had a break of structure here. We have our inducement, of course, confirmed inducement with another break of structure. Then I was actually expecting price to come tap into this point of interest. Then I will look for a buy position to the upside to take out this high. That was before market pretend all this chart. But after that, market didn't come to this point of interest. Market went up and created another point of interest. So I had another analysis on Friday. So I had this analysis. And one of the reasons for that, because if you look closely, you also observe that there are other points of interest, even at the very top. Here, for example, this one is also a point of interest because market created this break of structure and we had this other block, and then we have this inducement. So this is still a valid point of interest, right? But one thing you need to pay attention to is after a break of structure, after market maybe create a break of structure or market structure shift, if price did not respect the first point of interest, which means after this break of structure, after price tapped into this support level, for example, after price tapped into the support level, the first point of interest. Now when I'm talking about point of interest, in this case I'm talking about either it being from the MSS or it being from the BOS. The first one that price creates, if price did not respect that first one and markets just don't respect it and market moves to the upside or downside, if price is coming back, even if you have another point of interest, market is more likely to disregard every point of interest and respect the first one. So that was the reason why I did not pick this particular one. I'm going to make another video on that specifically because I just noticed that this year and I've been paying attention to it. So if price does not respect the first one, market is more likely to come back to respect the first one. So if you have any point of interest before it is advisable for you to actually wait for price to come and respect this first one, unless price respected the first one before making the move. I'm going to make a full video on that to explain it properly. So so what happened was that I deleted the limit for this one because price moves to the upside, and then when market came I was not actually able to take this trade because I already deleted the limit. So let me use this one to explain it properly. Now since we're in an uptrend, right? When price created a market structure shift, market structure shift. This was now our point of interest and then our inducement. But let me go back to the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame. Now in the 1 hour time frame, we are going to notice that market is respecting this resistance level. So market is respecting this resistance level. Let me go back to the 15 minutes time frame. Five-minute time frame rather. Now in the 5-minute time frame, after price respected that higher time frame resistance level, this was the first market structure shift that we had, right? So and then we have our inducement, confirming our inducement, we had a break of structure. So this is the first point of interest after price respected that key level resistance level. Now in a situation whereby price was unable to come back to this point of interest and market just sell to the downside, if market created another point of interest without respecting those first one, it is more preferable for you to still wait at this first point of interest that market created after breaking a significant level. That's just what I'm talking about. It's just like a confluence that you use to enter a trade. Okay? So this is it. This is another example. Let me go to the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour time frame. Now, in the 4-hour time frame, we'll notice that we had a liquidity sweep, right? A liquidity sweep. I'm recording this video on Monday, so this is actually a trade that I'm waiting for. I'm expecting price to respect this level. So since we have this liquidity sweep, if I go down to 15 minutes time frame, for example, this level here is the first point of interest, which is we have our MSS, we have our inducement, and confirm our inducement, right? This is the first point of interest, and price did not respect this first point of interest before moving to the upside. So if price created another point of interest around this level, I'm more likely to still wait for price to come down to this first point of interest, because that is what will happen most of the time in the market. So it's just a confluence that I use to actually take my trade. Now the only scenario where I will start to take trades from another point of interest is when, for example, market does something like this. We have price tap into this resistance level, and the market come back to a support level and created a new point of interest. That is when I would take that point of interest as my trade for the day or trade for the week. So I'm just going to wait for price to come back to this point of interest before taking the trade. So these are the before of the trade. So okay. So this is the first one. This is the second one. So you can see that I marked price breaking a key level support before creating this point after creating this point of interest. So that was the only reason I decided to take this one instead of this one in the first place. Then Praiz came, tapped. So Praiz respected the 2 level. Praiz tapped into the first one, did about 1 to 10 arrow, came down to the second one. Then the second one actually hit this full target. But unfortunately, I was unable to take it because I thought Praiz would not come back to that level again. And then this is just the second one. And then this trade, I actually use, this trade was my first trade that I use CRT to take. I don't trade CRT, but a friend of mine just explained it to me, and then I just tested it, and then it actually worked out. But I'm not thinking of using it because it's not that I can't just use it. That's just it. So I'm actually waiting for Praiz to come and respect this level.
I'm a hedgehog. I feel like that's obvious. And I'm in big trouble.
You're in big trouble. You're not the one who punched some sort of government weirdo back there.
You think you have problems? I lost my rings.
Rings? What are you talking about?
Rings are how all advanced cultures travel between worlds. And now mine are on top of a pointy building I've only ever seen on your skin-tight t-shirt. So I'd like you to take me to San Francisco so I can pick up my rings and use them to go to the mushroom planet.
Mushroom planet?
Yes!
Okay, now you go. I'm sorry. Look, this is the worst possible time for me to get myself into trouble, okay? You asked me to save your life, I saved your life. Now please, go find your rings. And your mushroom planet.
I realized that. A, I have no idea where I'm going. B, saltwater stinks. C, I shouldn't even be on this planet right now, but I am. Why? Because you shot me. You shot me.
Alright guys, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Thank you.